Officer Kumi heard Tippecanoe County dispatch for a report of shots fired on campus while he was driving on North River Road. 90 seconds later, he had Cody Cousins down on the ground outside of the electrical engineering building. Although there are 2 new optical scan machines, the Board of Elections decided to fix the 2 older ones, so now there are backups. Buck says he tries to avoid detours and alternate routes that would take more traffic through residential areas. That's why he says the sequence of the construction projects is so important. Chief Bacon says much of the heroin originates in Mexico, then heads north through the United States on I-65. And West Lafayette police say they see dealers come south on 65 from Chicago. Bunder says at the first of the month, when people get their SNAP benefits, they'll go get groceries. Then about 2 weeks later, when the food runs out, they come to the food bank for help. Bunder thinks that time span will dwindle with the cuts. Chief Kirby says the stop on this fire was one of the most impressive stops he has ever seen. He says crews were able to stop the fire before it touched the business, even as strong winds blew the fire in the building's direction. A ride costs $475. It's not cheap, but it takes a lot of upkeep to get a classic up in the air. When Boer found out he needed to be resourceful, it didn't take long for him to find help from the exact product he farms. A pre-K program is not just about reading and math, it's also about a child's social interactions.
We interrupt this regular programming to bring you some breaking news that we have confirmed that shots have been fired on Purdue's campus. We have 2 reporters on the scene. We're going to go first to Kelly Roberts, who's live at Purdue's campus with more on the scene. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, the report came in just after noon and that there were shots fired, and then a university spokeswoman confirmed to News 18 just moments later that, in fact, shots were fired at the electrical engineering building. And now we know at least 1 person was shot, and according to the university Twitter, 1 person is in custody. Even though 1 person is in custody, you can see right here a very active scene. We're just minutes away from a press conference. Purdue officials and Purdue police and West Lafayette police officials gathering right now, all expected to be at this press conference, few obviously speaking. We will find out most likely more facts about what happened here this afternoon, but here's what we do know. We know at least 1 person shot and at least 1 person in custody. We don't know the extent of the injuries of that person who was shot.
And Kelly, please tell us what you know.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, I talked to you guys just a few minutes ago with the latest that we found out here at this press conference that happened at 2:30 this afternoon. 1 person dead, 1 person in custody after a shooting at the electrical engineering building on Purdue's campus. And I'm joined with West Lafayette Mayor John Dennis.
Here's Kelly Roberts now from our sister station, WLFI, live at Purdue for us.
2 students were involved, and they were also both teaching assistants here at Purdue University. 23-year-old Cody Cousins shot and killed 21-year-old Andrew Bolt inside the basement of the electrical engineering building, which is still shut off tonight, as you can see behind me.
News 18's Kelly Roberts is live on Northwestern Avenue in West Lafayette this evening. Kelly, are some projects ahead of schedule there?
Yes, they are, Jeff and Gina. West Lafayette was working on this section of Northwestern between Lindbergh Road and the Yeager Road roundabout. It's 6 days ahead of schedule, but there's plenty to do before everything clears out. Alex, Governor Pence originally could not come to the ribbon cutting ceremony, but plans change and he is on his way to Logansport to be a part of the ceremony. Well, Alex and Krista, since I've been here at the West Lafayette Street Department, it's been plow after plow that has been leaving the department, heading out to the streets. And of course, it's hard to get the snow off the streets when it's still snowing, but the crews have been working around the clock. And joining me now is West Lafayette Street Commissioner Dave Downey. And you can see here in a bit, I am on the ice, and so it is good to go. It's cold, it's slippery, so perfect for ice skaters. There will be 3 sessions on Friday starting at 1 p.m. For a list of times, go to WLFI.com. Reporting live in West Lafayette, Kelly Roberts, News 18. West Lafayette City Attorney Eric Burns says the banana is about the size of a billboard. If it goes against a Tippecanoe County sign ordinance, it would have to be scaled back in size.
News 18's Kelly Roberts joins us now from US 52 in Lafayette, where the new facility will be built, with more on this major announcement. Kelly?
Well, Jeff, county officials called this lot Lot 350. It's just south of Nanshan on US 52. And here in June, a groundbreaking ceremony will take place for a jet engine assembly plant. As the days go on, the family members of 6-year-old Caitlin Lane are occupying their time thinking of ways to remember the little girl they called Katie. On Tuesday, they decorated their cars in honor of Caitlin. It is the same day they got their first look of the man arrested for Caitlin's death since Saturday's house fire.
The horrifying death that my daughter just suffered, you know, there's nothing that they can do to him that will ever be enough to us.
33-year-old Ryan Moyna was arrested on Saturday after crews responded to the scene of a house fire on Schuyler Avenue. Tippecanoe County Sheriff Tracy Brown says the fire was intentionally set. Lane died in the fire, and the home's resident, 53-year-old David Trueblood, was injured. While the family waits for formal charges, Ryan Moyna appeared in front of a judge at the Tippecanoe County Jail on Tuesday. He was told he's being held on a 72-hour hold on the charge of arson resulting in death. But family wants to see something else when formal charges are filed.
I mean, I'd like to see murder in the first degree. No chance of a plea agreement, no chance of parole.
Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says he has until Thursday afternoon to file the charges. Trueblood was released from the hospital Sunday. Caitlin's mother, Mindy Kirby, says Trueblood is working to heal physically and mentally.
He's beating himself up, you know, just emotionally, because he doesn't know what happened. You know, what if I did this? We've all gone through this what if.
As News 18 reported this weekend, Caitlin was over at David Trueblood's home because Trueblood was babysitting her. I'm told by family members Moyna was at the home because he and Trueblood are dating. Reporting live in Tippecanoe County, Kelly Roberts, News 18.
I'm lost for words.
What words can't describe can be seen in pictures. 2 days after an ice jam on the Wildcat Creek caused neighbors to evacuate their homes on Barton Beach Road, they came back to see what happened. Debbie Philpott has lived on the road for 30 years. On Sunday, she remained in the pajamas she was wearing when county officials evacuated her Friday morning.
Well, when the water was just flowing down, it was nerve-wracking, but seeing all the ice and the damage now afterwards, it's just devastating.
Philpott's neighbor, Edith Austin, feels the same way.
The ice is
An example of just how strong these pieces of ice are. This tree was pushed up against the home behind me. It opened the bedroom window, and then water was allowed to rush into the home. Ice also showed its strength on neighbors' cars.
An ice jam came and took it, and it was between the house and the tree, and it broke again and it slid that way. I don't know how many inches of ice it's under. It's totaled.
Philpott and Austin are trying to assess the damage, but high water is making it hard to get up close. With no timeline on when they can return to their homes, both are staying with loved ones. Austin rented her home. Philpott says she does not have flood insurance. Where do you guys go from here?
up. What can you say? You can't go down no farther than what we are.
Reporting in Tippecanoe County, Kelly Roberts, News 18. Good evening, I'm Kelly Roberts. Elizabeth Rentschler has the night off. Thanks for joining us. Lafayette police arrested 3 people on meth-related charges after receiving reports of suspicious activity early Saturday morning. If you're out tonight, I hope you grabbed a jacket. It's cold, and it looks like more of this winter weather is coming. Chief Meteorologist Chad Evans joins us now. Hey, Chad. A Lafayette man will spend more than 2 decades behind bars for multiple charges, including battery of a law enforcement officer. People across the country are celebrating the start of 2014, and one area celebration was care of the Surf Center in Lafayette. The big thing is how long could this last, and you're saying a while. Okay, well, I think the warmth will eventually come. Think positive thoughts and it'll come, right?
It will by the end of the week, so
Perfect.
Look forward to that.
Perfect. Thanks, Amber. Lady Boilers get a short break, but they're back in action tomorrow.